Hello, everyone. To the Rune. Yeah, as you can see, there's no joke in it at first because, well, again. But we're gonna dive into something I don't know controversial right now. I guess. Well, someone has to, and someone small, I guess, and that small person will be me. I'm kidding, but we're just gonna dive right in. In recent events, we're having very negative things going on in the U.S. of A. In fact, I'm gonna just draw the flag right now. Because why not? This is bad for us because again, it's the things literally being like going on in the United States right now is quite just staggering and just horrible in general. Because I'm gonna be honest, racism has been a whole thing ever since well, humanity. We've had slaves, we had a bunch of racism. For example, the biggest example being, well, African Americans. They're the, whenever you talk about racism, you look at them because, well, they've been treated so horribly over the years that at this point it's not even forgivable because of how bad it really was. And, well, it wasn't only just them, Asians, hell, even Americans. Everyone's had their fair share of racism from South America all the way to Europe, to Africa, to Asia, to Australia. Everyone's been treated badly at one point. But in recent events, there's been quite a controversial thing, especially within the minority group. African Americans have been treated quite badly. Hell, it's been like that for almost quite a while. Even now, everyone seems to say that we all have equalities in a way. There's always something else going on. And quite near June already, and we're already having the threats to the Pride month being made by Operation Pridefall, being the whole thing threatening their whole thing. But yeah, I mean, it's horrible to see that people are just treating everyone else as bad as, well, anything else. I mean, you're threatening, you're already threatening a minority group of African Americans already being treated badly with another case of racism and murder, essentially, by a cop who just blatantly just didn't even listen to the guy when he said he needed air. And then over here with Pride Month taking a scary turn with Operation Pridefall, which are aiming towards doxing and basically everything else to the Pride community. So all in all, I am the man who turns away from controversy and such. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know what my YouTube channel says about me, but I try to stay away from as much controversial things as I want. But this has gotten out of hand to the point where I have to also, take a light in this. Now, I don't know if you can really, hear me over the little, because the software is likes to cut my voice off and then back on. So, yeah. But we're kind of in the very scrutiny way where Black Lives Matter is now, like, before it was a whole thing and it's still important to this day, but now it's even more important as ever because, well, again, people are treated badly. But everyone's been treated badly if they live in the United States in one way or another, not just African Americans. I want to say they were treated the worst. They were pretty treated the worst. You know, and then with Trump coming along, Mexicans were kind of shined on. And being of a minority group myself, I can say that we need justice in this world if we're gonna, all be balanced and stuff. We can't just have like one justice for one group. We have to have it all because I've like from the time I've been alive, I've heard everything bad about it. Colored people, from African Americans to Mexicans to Middle Eastern people to even Asian people. Everyone had their fair share of racist remarks, and it's sad to see that people really have to go toward that in a world where we're taught not to do it. It's common sense not to disrespect a minority group unless you wanted to start controversy and have the whole media shine a light on how bad you are or how bad a group is or anything. I mean, it's just sad to see that this country is falling apart. And I don't really know what else to really say except we need justice in this world. Because, well, if our goal back then was to just stop racism and start, being more at peace with each other and more, then I don't know why, there are certain people who really, yeah, there's always going to be a certain person, saying, yeah, I don't want equality. I want hate and everything. I want racism to be a lasting thing. But in reality, we really need just equality if we're going to really just stand by as a whole country, as a whole human race, as a whole thing. You don't see, you really don't see, much of racism in the animal world. Well, someone, but they don't really have the brain to really, well, some do, but really, know what I'm getting at. But I'm trying to say is, if we're going to make it in a nation, if we're going to make it even toward anything, we're going to need to really stand together and stand for justice because letting someone die without a reason, without even helping them, it's just plain murder and plain racism because of what their race is. And it's sad to see, like in the Karen video, which I made the video because I saw a video about a quote unquote Karen, call the police on this guy who was just filming her, and she was making it seem like he was threatening him, and that was really, what ticked me off because again, if we're going to make it as a country, as a people, as in general, we need equality, we need peace, we need to really stick together as a human race because, well, if we don't have this word, then we're not going to make it anywhere in this earth. Now we'll probably have like a whole civil war if it just continues. I'm joking about that. That'd be too drastic. But we need equality. And like I said, racism is not a new topic to anyone. It's been going on for years. It's been going on longer than most people were alive. In fact, all people who are alive right now, it's longer than that. Because, well, if we're gonna make it, if we're gonna make this work, if we're gonna make this work, then we need this to happen. We need justice as well. Justice for a person who killed him. Because, again, you don't just let this slip. Don't let this stay in the minds of everyone because eventually there will be some, like, the whole, like, Minnesota State is kind of a whole battleground for equality and justice. And yeah, if you don't want such drastic measures to even happen, then don't even start anything. Don't listen for once. It's a basic human thing to start listening to people. But with the whole pride fall and everything, it's just going to be scary because it's going to be a scary month next month. June. Ju- I can't do it. I can't do that. June. Eh. June 2020 will be a scary month. Uh, will be a month of flames, controversy if this continues. Because again, everyone wants to have a great Pride Month and everything, and nothing to go wrong. But right now, with whole you know Operation Pridefall and shit, it's going to be a mess, and it's going to be something terrifying. And I know many people will be asking, why you just attack us? Because there are certain people who don't want equality, who don't want justice, who don't want anything. There are people who are racist, sexist, and everything else. Yeah, they're just harsh to races, they're hard to sexualities, hard to genders, and everything. It's going to be these type of people, but best thing to do is ignore them. But when something actually happens, and something drastic, and like someone is killed for literally no reason, just because they didn't want to fucking listen, and that's when the tides turn, and that's when people start actually doing something. Because again, you don't let small things like this slip under the. There's going to be people who basically report this. There are people who will do something against this, who will do something for these people and against these people. And I'm going to say this: if we're going to actually become a whole country, and if we're going to actually be a whole entire nation, and if we're going to be an okay, stable one, we're going to have to stick together and provide justice for these people who were the exact same people, like the exact okay in the Karen video, the exact same person reminded me of, and like the people who like the girl who just basically told basically the girl who ended up basically letting these guys kill Emmett Till, uh, African American, who is unfortunately killed for the wrong reasons. Because again, shit like this that really shakes our nation up and makes it unstable. And unfortunately, if we're not going to do anything, the United States will no longer be united. They will just be states that do not agree with the government and what they're doing. So, all in all, moral of the story: we need justice.